welcome to the Little Heroes podcast with Ray and Faye. Now, we've got some topics lined up, but it will be awesome if you can share with us what topics you want us to talk about. Stay updated by following our Spotify, Google Podcast, and Apple Podcast. Enjoy the episode!
And
Down! Hello,
we're
everybody!
back.
We are back. This is our third episode. We don't know what we're doing yet, but we have an interesting topic for today that I guess is very much important dahil ang daming umuusbong online about it too. So, take it away, Sir Ray.
Yung topic, about the topic. Hindi, I'll introduce first our guest and then we'll get into the topic, right? Okay, so today we have two friends from IdeasXMachina group of Hakuhodo. Dalawang super important people because they're core to the way the thing operates. The machine will operate very well if their health is good. But if it's not so good, maybe not so much, right? Okay, so the first one we have is si Kate Alconga. Kate, say hello.
Kaway
Hello.
naman yan.
Hi.
Alconga, siya ang director for shared services. Okay, and then we have Miss Lee Sepe, director for HR.
Yes.
Ayan. Okay, so
Hello.
ano ba yung topic? Ano ba yung topic, Faye?
Yes. Yung topic na to actually, personally, ito talagang one of the things that I want to talk about because everybody talks about it, but not in with not or without the POV of a company or the people working in a company. Parang everybody just talks about it as friends, as co-workers, as people working from home, pero wala yung parang POV ng HR or POV ng mga katrabaho talaga natin and implementing programs for it. So, the very bago, the very, very new, hindi ever talagang napag-usapan ever na podcast, joke lang, is mental health. Yun. And then, just to start off the topic, the reason why I started to tell Sir Ray, Sir, baka mag-mental health tayo, or si Sir Ray ata nagsimula, was when the online thread, I don't know if you know this, Miss Lee, yung hashtag spread the happiness, yung share a good memory.
Right.
And so, alam ko si Miss Kate tsaka si Sir Ray nag-participate sila eh.
Yeah, I did also.
Ay, you did din ba? Hindi pa. Ayun. A lot of people ako lang pala. Ako yung hindi nag-participate.
Ay, nako.
Ikaw yung out.
Oo nga eh. Pero I think a lot na no joke talaga, may isang parang weekend na I was just scrolling on Facebook, sunod-sunod, lahat ng friends, pati yung magulang ng friends ko, no joke, as in meron pa akong screenshot nun, na lahat yun yung ginamit nila. And then, one of my friends pointed out na actually, this is a good practice of mental health or people practicing how to manage their stress, their anxiety. Kasi nga, most of the things that we see online, puro na parang take care of your health, anxiety, choo-choo. So ito at least, parang ginagawa ng solusyon.
Hindi niya alam, no? Malamang hindi niya alam, yun yung effect nun. Pero it actually was.
Yeah, but it actually was. And then when I asked my friends, because the act of actually just reading the stories, ako binasa ko yung sa'yo, Sir Ray, yung mga nag-post about you, nare-relax ako, natutuwa ako, nawawala yung parang anxiety or stress if ever I was experiencing stress that time. Ganon. Yun. So that's just interesting.
I think also, important din nun experience ko nga was, I think a couple of weeks before that, di ba? Parang, oh my God, lahat ng mga news sa Facebook, bad news sa politics, bad news sa personal life ng mga tao dahil namatayan sila or people were sick and sobrang depressing to read. Tapos suddenly, when this thread came about, parang everybody was brought back to a point na may naalala mo nung dati, ganyan, tapos tawa kayo ng tawa, ganyan, tapos nagka-conversations na kayo, catching up with each other, no? I mean, Kate was reminding me about things I did in the past that, totally forgot about, and suddenly you're smiling kasi back then parang things were simpler, we were happy, so it was a good, sabi nga nung isa, para siyang, nag-retreat tayong lahat
Yun, yeah, parang retreat. Parang siya retreat.
True.
Yes. So, with that, my question is, what do you think is, or parang, hindi ko alam kung tama yung tanong ko actually, what do you think about mental health, especially now, second year into the pandemic situation, into the work from home situation?
Well, it's very important, no? And I was truly happy when this was acknowledged in IdeasXMachina, no? Good ago. When Third hired me, one of his to-do lists was resident psychologist in IXM. As in, he provided a sofa. Remember that, Kate? There was a sofa beside
A
my
real
desk.
sofa to lie.
Yes. Yes.
Wow! Ang psychiatrist.
I was the resident psychologist, and the employees would come, and Kate and I talked several times, and there would be crying sessions, there would be very draining sessions with some, there would be issues from work or issues at home, family, and love life. Ayan, o di sige, nauubos ang oras ng HR director sa counseling, But anyway, later on, I came up with a proposal to Third. And I told him, Third, I have to function, I have to mind my other duties as HR director. Proposal. I have something here for the mental health of the people. And that was one moment when I truly, truly appreciated Third. Saying to him that I noticed that companies really give value to the mental health of employees, but most of what they do is, engage the staff in a seminar, 3 days, sit down, and then, a week after, the people forgotten what it was all about, all the tips and that, no? So, sabi ko, I'm proposing actual sessions. Maganda yan, sabi niya gano'n. Yung meron talagang psychologist, yeah, sabi ko gano'n. May kilala ka? Yeah. Maganda yan, bigyan natin ang pangalan yan. Sabi niya gano'n. Di, alam mo naman yun, no? Sinave studies ka agad. And he thought of psych sessions, sabi niya gano'n. Yeah, sabi ko, that's a good thing. Sabi ko gano'n. Sige, Third, would you allow these sessions to happen once a month? Sabi niya, Miss Lee, once a month? Di syempre, akala ko, iniisip niya yung cost, ganyan. Yun. So, doon pinanganak ang psych sessions ng mental strength benefit with emphasis on strength. Sabi niya, I don't want to call it mental health because we are focusing on the strength of the people's minds, no? Because diba, health can connote good or bad. Diba? So ito, ayun, pinanganak ang mental strength benefit. Yun.
I personally haven't tried it.
The psych sessions.
No.
How does it work?
You just have
Bago
to
kaming
tell
dalawa
them.
ni
yeah.
bago kaming dalawa so.
You just schedule you with the psychologist.
And then we do like an online call.
Yeah, it's being done through Zoom now because of the situation. Before, in the physical setup, there would be a room.
So the person would be there talaga?
Yes, the psychologist come
once a month, every week?
Every week. Yeah,
For
every
a whole
Wednesday.
afternoon? Every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday, the whole day.
Tapos nakabook siya, ganun. Parang confession, ganun.
Yeah, and everything is everything's kept confidential. So the only time that the psychologist would try is a life is threatened or if the business is threatened. Yun. And even then, walang masyadong details.
Wow.
Yeah. Like what Miss Lee said, di ba, lalo na ngayon, di ba, sa COVID lockdown season, parang ba sinasabi nila na, para to help parang lessen the risk of you getting COVID, well, apart from social distancing and all, parang you have to boost your immune system, di ba? Parang, you drink vitamins, you exercise, so it's all about like physical well-being. But apart from physical well-being, di lang naman yun yung component ng pagiging human natin. So may physical, may emotional, may social, and more importantly, yun nga, mental well-being. So it's really, really important, especially now. Di ba nga, talagang parang we are apart and we are together in some, alam mo yun, parang, ayun, parang together tayo, lapit natin, no, mukha sa mukha, but, at the same time, ang layo pa rin natin sa isa't isa. So, may nabasa nga ako, sabi niya, ang mental health daw, it's not merely the absence of mental illness. It can also include developing healthy ways to cope with the challenges and reduce stress level. So, ganun. It is about being kind to your mind and learning how to keep it in a healthy state. So, yun. Parang yun yung importance at yun ang challenge, especially sa company kagaya ng IXM or sa advertising agency na talagang yung stress level ay mataas.
Yep.
True.
Ganon.
Ano masasabi niyo sa aking current word of the week?
Ano?
Begins with the
Anong
letter
word?
L.
Yeah.
Languishing.
Uy,
Languishing.
ganon.
Languishing.
I like
What is
saying it.
languishing?
Languishing.
It can be positive, it can be
Diba?
negative.
Hindi, yan daw ang word. Yan daw ang word na nagde-describe sa karamihan ng tao ngayon.
Yeah.
Languish.
Hindi
Languishing.
siya, hindi siya despair. Kasi despair may intensity of negativity, di ba?
Yes,
Hindi
yes.
siya optimism, you're doing well. You are like in that lukewarm state
Mhm.
where it's
Exactly.
neither here nor there and you don't know where
You're in the gray area.
you're in a gray area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tayo ba ay languishing? I just like saying it. It rolls off so well.
Meron pa akong i-add. Apparently, there are 3, it's not really new words pero 3 state na nafe-feel daw ngayon ng mga tao. The languishing, yung state of parang meh. It's basically yun, sir, di ba? Meh. Parang,
Just cruising along,
Uh-huh.
but I'm not doing well, but I'm not doing bad either.
Yeah.
It's terrible, right?
The other one
Right.
is revenge, bedtime, procrastination.
Revenge, bedtime, procrastination.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Ang haba naman.
Ano yan ba yan?
Actually, totoo yun. Na-experience ko yun. It's the state, not really a state, pero you're in a situation na because you work, let's say, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., yung 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. mo, technically, you don't feel like that's your time. It's a time that you can't control because you're at work, you're in school. So, sinet na siya sa'yo ng society. Magtatrabaho ka from 8 to 6. And so, what happens is that kasi humans have a constant need or parang they have this automatic state in them na I need to have control of my life. So, the only time they can have control with their life is during the bedtime. Kaya siya bedtime. Now, the reason why it's revenge and procrastination because all the things that you wanted sana to have control with or give to yourself, manood ng Netflix, maglaro, mag-edit, gawin yung freelance work mo, is all in that time. So instead of you sleeping like at the right time, you do everything that you can control in your life at that time. Kaya parang you revenge na parang, sige, gagawin ko to ng 7 to 11, ganun. Ganun daw yung feeling. Or di kaya matutulog ka na, pero sasabihin mo, sayang yung gabi. Kasi pagkagising ko mamaya, trabaho na naman. So sige, manunood muna ako ng Netflix. Or di kaya, magti-TikTok muna ako, tapos magugulat ka na lang 1 a.m. na, 3 a.m. na. So,
Buti na naman ang tulog mo.
oo, so buti na naman yung tulog mo. Kasi natatakot ka raw to face another 8 a.m. Because you're gonna work again and you lose control of yourself, kumbaga. So that's the revenge bedtime procrastination. And then the other one is, well, it's not new, I think, pero lumalabas ulit siya sa mga conversation, purposelessness. You don't feel, you lose your purpose. Parang, kakain, yung mga memes na nakikita natin, wake up, eat, sleep, repeat. Wake up, sleep, eat. you're in that state na parang ito lang yung ginagawa ko, wala akong purpose sa buhay ko, hindi kumain, magising, matulog. Come So, yun yung tatlo daw ngayon. Languishing, purposelessness, tsaka revenge, bedtime, procrastination.
In a way, hindi man bago yon, right? I mean,
Hindi siya
this
bago.
prior, yung difference lang was dati pwede kang lumabas ng bahay mo. So parang meron kang sense na meron kang freedom. And now it's just, well, at least for the work from home people, no? So parang kang constricted and you kind of like put in this box. For some people, the box is bigger than others, right? I mean, if you're living in a tiny studio with one other person, I think that would be very constricting. Diba?
With the program, like the psych that we have now, that we have in IXM, ano nang impact niya? Like, are employees happier? Do they work better? Or may ganun bang KPI na tinitignan?
Not exactly KPI, no, but the feedback I get from employees is it really helps them because they're able to air out whatever it is they're feeling. Oo. It's not just about work. They often consult about family. They don't really give details, but they would tell you na, yeah, thank you very much for the session. And it really helped me. And ganun. Also, if their issue is about work, that actually helps them not to be hasty about making major decisions about work. Yeah.
Pwede ba? Sige, sorry.
I think the psychologist helps them process their thoughts about work as well. Yun. So it's a big help.
You were gonna ask something?
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, I wanted to check or to ask, right? People have always had mental health in the same way that they've always had physical health, diba? So when we have a psychologist come in to help us with issues, ganyan, when do you know that there's a mental health problem going on with you as opposed to you're just sad or you're just angry or frustrated? When do you know? Ano yung point where you can say, I really should talk to somebody? I think that's something that would be very interesting for people who are listening here, diba? Parang, kailangan ko na bang kumausap sa isang professional o sapat na ba yung kwentuhan namin ni Faye?
Actually, tanong ko rin yun sa sarili ko kasi like me, I grew up na with my parents are very traditional. Na parang when I tell them about para I'm anxious, feeling ko mami may problem ako, I'm always stressed, mental health na ba to? And then my mom just tells me, just breathe, you're okay. Tapos parang ako, parang do I need to talk to someone? Yun. Question ko rin yun actually.
Oh, especially here, no? Especially here in our country because there's still that stigma na when you talk to a psychologist with you, diba? Especially to older people. But in IdeasXMachina, there are more young people So they're open to discussions like this. When do they know that they need to see the psychologist? It is usually at that point when they're already parang always crying, ganon, yung parang they're losing control of their time, the things that they need to do. Yun, parang they need to be to the right perspective. And then they ask to be scheduled for a talk.
Paano kunyari early on pa dun sa timeline na yon, can you speak to the psychologist early on? Do you need to wait until wag mong i-waste yung time ng tao unless talagang feeling mo
No, we encourage talk to the psychologist early on. In fact, when there are new employees, we want them to get to know the psychologist already and the psychologist to get to know them. Yun.
Yeah, so the psychologists are there. Parang hindi mo kailangan antayin na parang you feel really like down or parang confused and all. Actually, that's the yun yung kagandahan ng benefit na yun. Kasi you always have someone to talk to. Na, yun nga, parang before you even get to a parang to a point na parang you feel very different or confused, medyo meron ka ng professional help. Kasi kunyari, ganun din, kagaya ng tanong ni Ray, parang paano mo malalaman kung kailangan mo lang mag-isip ng psychologist, baka nga naman sad ka lang. Kung tayo, na hindi natin napag-aralan yung medyong mga ganong aspeto ng mental wellness, baka hindi din talaga natin madedecipher. That's why we are asking help from people who are parang trained, parang who are competent in that area. Na parang, okay, you know what you're feeling, actually sad ka lang talaga, or hindi ka lang sad, or whatever. Ganon. So, parang yung help, it's there na agad for you to take advantage of yung mga psychologists natin. Yun. Na okay yun. Kasi kunyari ako, di ba, masarang feeling ko, masayahin naman ako. Pero pumupunta ako lagi sa psychologist, parang pag-uupo ko doon, parang okay naman po ako. Pero after nung usapan namin, parang hindi pala ako okay. Hindi ako promise, as in, may mga papasok ako doon, akala ko yun, hindi, masaya ako. Tapos lalabas ako, luhaan ako, ganyan, daming tissue, ganyan. So, hindi mo rin alam. Sometimes, di ba nga sabi natin, kailangan lang natin ng taong makikinig sa atin. Yun. Parang yung tao na hindi i-invalidate yung feelings natin. So, whatever you're feeling yan, feelings mo yan. So, valid yan para sa'yo. So, yun. Parang feeling ko ako, yun yung kaya favorite ko yung benefit ng mental strength benefit na yan, yung psychologist. Ganon.
We should get to know the
Oo nga. I have not actually. Have you?
Me too.
Schedule ko na kayo.
Actually, do the new people know this?
Yes.
Like, have they been availing, kumbaga?
Yes. Kasi this is explained during the orientation, diba?
I mean, I listened naman.
Ay nako.
Rewind. Okay. Okay, pause, stop, rewind. Okay, guys, this afternoon we have two guests.
Muli. Hindi guilty. I have what are other efforts, or do we have other efforts in IXM besides the site?
Yes, we do.
Of course.
Yes, di ba? During the physical setup pa, we have what we call Pet Malu.
Pet Malu.
Bata pa to si Fighty. Ang Pet Malu, ano brain?
Ano na yan?
So it's the Pet Malu Day. So I declare whether it's a big dog's day or a small
may
dog's
theme.
day
May
or a
theme.
cat's day. Kasi baka magkagulo
may
pagkasabay-sabay sila. Every month, there is a day designated for people to bring their pets to work. Oo.
Ano yung pinaka-unusual na nadala na? Iguana, ganon?
Meron bang
Dati nang may arwana si
Arwana.
Yung dati sa garahe, yung arwana.
Si Arwana Grande.
Yes, si Arwana Grande.
Cute.
Ayun.
Yun yung pinaka-wild. I mean, pinaka-out of the
Pusa.
usual.
Arwana?
Magdala ng
Oo,
pusa?
I think.
Pwede ba magdala ng pusa?
Yes, may Cat's
Yes.
Day.
Cat's Day, Dog's Day.
So pag Cat's Day, bawal siyempre ang dogs.
Aso.
Ayan. In fact, we had what we call the IXM cat. Ano nga pangalan niya, Kate?
President.
Oo, si Miming. Tapos nagkaroon ng...
Wow!
Nagka-babies!
Hindi, si Mamang. Tapos nagkaroon
Mamang.
si Miming. Ganun, Mang Mingming. Ganun. Tapos, nakakatawa pa. Hindi namin alam na buntis yung pusa. Akala lang namin, ba yan, ang taba naman nung...
Tumataba.
Yan, na parang, napakain ng marami, gano'n. Tapos, nag-OT kaming lahat. Hindi naman lahat. Maraming OT na nangyayari noon. Tapos, mamaya, yung nakatoka talaga doon, si Dan, ano siya yung parang, gano'n siya. Si Mama, kami yung parang, ano nangyari? Tapos pagkita namin nanganganak. So it was a Nat Geo moment for all of us. Na talagang, halabas yung kote.
Hindi nagtago yung pusa. Di ba nagtatago ang pusa kapag manganganak sila?
Nasa kahon. So, kami yung, nasa kahon siya. So,
Sa
nanonood
loob ng opisina to, no?
sa loob ng office. Tapos akala naman okay na kasi nanganak na siya. Tapos maya-maya, OT-OT, maya-maya naman si Dan yung, kaya may, ano nangyari? Si Mamang, kami, isa na namang pating. Parang nakaapat yata. May intervals para yung panganganak, di pala siya sunod-sunod lang. Gano'n. So, yeah.
Wait, paano nagkaroon ng pusa, ng resident cat ng IXM? Like, kinuha,
Sinundan sila from the other building.
Sinagab, nakita nila na parang may pusa doon.
Nasa labas.
Parang, guys, may pusa tayo.
Nakain.
Okay. Ayun, tapos nandun na siya, naka-aircon siya lang.
Naka-aircon pa, di ba?
Oo, nasarapan siya sa IXM eh. So,
Hindi na siya
inampon.
umalis.
cute!
Oo.
Sa IXM cat.
Si Mamang. Si Mingming
Yun.
Mangmang.
Ayan. So, sige, Kate, please tell them about the MSD naman.
Ayan, okay. So, apart from the Pet Malude and the psych sessions, we recently expanded the mental strength benefits to, may bago na naman siya. It's a Mental Strength Day. Day. MSD. So, yung overall campaign ay MSB, benefit yan. Pero ito, MSD. So, what's a Mental Strength Day? So, basically, it's an additional day off for all the employees in the company. Oh, yes. Whoop, whoop. Ganon. So, meron tayong, it's a day off na lahat tayo as a company, we will not as much as possible, parang we will not schedule pitches or work or meetings, to really give space and give time off from work. Kasi yun nga parang, di ba, that's important. That's part of keeping your mental state healthy. Ganon. So, yun. So, it's a time for you to pursue your hobbies or kung gusto mo lang talagang yun, mag-Netflix ng hindi madaling araw or mag-Netflix buong araw without, parang iisipin mo na papasok ka. So, yan. Or if you want to, spend a little more time with your family, parang punta kayo sa Batangas, pwede na doon or something. So, yun. There. So, it's what we call the Mental Strength Day.
Every month.
Yes, that's every month. That's every month. So that's on top of your vacation leave, sick leave.
Hindi siya pinafile.
Hindi.
Parang holiday siya, ganun.
Yes. So, mga leave sa office ay sick leave, vacation leave, birthday leaves, and yan, yung mental strength.
One every month. So that's
Yes.
12 a year.
Yes.
Right.
Seryoso kayo?
Yes.
Of course.
Pwede pa tayong mag-change ng mind kasi nabawasan tayo ng one word.
Hindi.
Crudes eh.
Hindi.
Nag-create ng mental stress problems pala ako.
Ibang MSB.
Yung, this week, nakakatuwa si Sir Ray, yung yung sinabi mo, biglang na-realize si Sir Ray, oo nga pala, walang pasok tomorrow, Friday. Which is our first MSD. Tapos sabi ko,
Panic ako eh.
Hindi ako nagsischedule ng Friday. Dahil plan kong matuwa, maranasan ng MSD. Yes, kasi not all companies do this eh, di ba?
Yes.
Well, understandable kasi siguro sa kanila din very important na matuloy-tuloy yung workday.
Right.
True.
Ito, enforce ko. Pag sabi ni client, gusto ko mag-meeting sa Friday, sasabihin natin, sinabi ni Kate, sinabi ni Kate.
Sila!
Gamitin niyo na ako. Okay, go.
Ayaw nyo?
One for the
Sabi
team.
niya si third. Ganon.
Maybe we can, parang the clients naman are, parang masyado natin ginagawang enemy yung clients. Actually, hindi. Parang more than clients, we see them as partners. So, as partners, and we are in a good relationship with them. Of course, they understand, right? Na parang, sa araw na to, parang, it's not like we're not gonna work. I mean, siguro baka walang meetings,
Hmm.
ganon, or we can schedule the meeting ng Thursday instead of Friday. So, there's still work. Ganon. Parang nag-iisip pa rin naman tayo ng mga ideas, pero yun lang, wala lang talagang yung official meeting na nakakalim.
Walang pressure.
I mean, that's already parang helpful na yun Yung parang, di ba? Ganon.
Actually, totoo eh. Kahit naman weekend, ginagawa mo pa rin yan.
Correct.
Somehow,
Correct. Oo. Actually, kahit
It's
naman
still in your mind.
nagbabakasyon ka, nag-isip ka man talaga ng ano yung
Right.
CE, ano yung strat, ano yung idea, ano yung line, yung ganon. Or even, di ba, parang even if you're watching TV na parang, kunyari, 10 o'clock na ng gabi,
Tapos bigla kami naisip.
parang commercial ng competitor mo, parang, ano yun? Tapos susulat ka ng something, ano yung bagong line nila, parang, bagong endorser, that's still work. Diba? So, hindi naman talaga tumitigil.
Tanggal lang pressure.
Oo, less pressure lang.
Mm-mm.
And clients really understand, di ba? When the company is after the mental health of its people.
Mm-mm.
Like how they understand when we travel, di ba? Everyone leaves, even the messenger and the janitors. They understand when we have to be away for almost a week, di ba?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And, hindi lang natin na institutionalize din yun, kagaya ng Mental Strength Day. But we also do longer weekends.
Oh,
Diba,
yeah.
Kapag may mga long weekends na parang, may long weekend, Friday to Sunday, ang gagawin ng IXM, longer weekend. Friday ba walang pasok? Gawin natin Thursday, Friday. Ganun.
4-day weekend.
So, longer weekend.
May bonus.
Oo, mahilig tayo sa mga ganyan. I mean, it's just one day, pero di ba parang...
Yung impact malaki.
Oo. So, yan, longer weekend.
May question ako. Bakit tayo ganyan? Kasi, okay,
Yeah.
doon sa mga dati kong tinabahuan, hindi man ganyan yung culture. Anong reasoning nito? Saan nanggagaling to?
Bakit?
Kailan pa nag-umpisa yung mga ganyang pag-iisip tungkol sa mga benefits na ganito?
I think it also has something to do with the personality of our CEO. This very different benefits when he instituted benefits, diba? That really rocked the world. It's the only one in the world, the Love Life benefits. And when that started, he actually challenged me, to come up with something every year. So kami dalawa naman. And Kate could always think of. And then later on, the entire Execom would think of something for them.
Yeah, like what Miss Lee said, parang si Third kasi when he built IXM, I don't think na parang sinabi na sa sarili niya na, I'm gonna be the CEO. Ano ba yun? Yung parang, lahat kayo, utusan ka parang. Hindi ganun Parang hindi naman ganun yung personality ni Third. Parang Third has always been a kuya, a teacher, a mentor. So, when he gives out mga pakulo, marami yun, parang si Third siguro, mahilig siyang maging ang tawag doon, promotor. Yun, promotor siya.
Pasimuno.
Oo, yan, pasimuno, yun siya. So, parang feeling ko, parang dahil konti lang din kami, parang naiintindihan niya yung mga tao, yung needs ng mga tao, naiintindihan niya yung what makes us happy, dahil ganun din naman din siya. So, yung mga benefits na kanya-create niya, it was born out of, yun din, parang pakikipag-usap sa mga tao or pag-observe. Si Third kasi very observant siya. So, pag-observe sa mga tao and also nakikinig siya kapag kami meron kang problema or parang suggestion. Si Third yung parang text mo ako anytime, ganon. So, nakikinig siya. So, yun. Kaya very creative din siya at kapag bibigay ng mga benefits kagaya. Kagaya nga yung Love Life benefits. Parang, there's also one benefit last year during the pandemic. It's called the Better Normal benefit. So, bakit better normal? Kasi, di ba nga, sabi natin, parang hirap ng work from home. So, sabi ni Third, ganun ba, nahihirapan kayo? Sige, isip tayo together with the Execom members na parang how to make it a little bit better for everyone. So, what's the better normal benefit? bibigyan namin ng cash yung bawat employee so that they can buy anything to make their work from home setup a little bit better. So it's the amount is hindi naman sobrang laki pero hindi rin sobrang liit, pero marami ka nang mabibili. For example, ako, ayan, yung shelf na to, so ayan, bili ko yan. Tapos I also got an air purifier.
Huh?
Yeah, an air purifier. So, di ba, kasi nga, parang sabi nila, COVID, ganyan, patayin yung mga parang bad particles sa air. So, yan, I got, and then I got plants, and then air purifier. Other people got, they bought mga exercise equipment, mga pang-exercise outfits, yung iba
Table,
naman,
furniture.
yeah, table, yung gaming chair.
Yeah.
Di ba parang nakaupo ka, like what, almost the whole day, so dapat at least comfy yung upuan mo. So yun.
Right.
And some people, they even reimbursed skincare, like a whole lot.
Yeah.
Kasi importante yun, no? Skincare, di ba?
Anything that would help you
Oo.
distress. So there was
Correct.
one who even reimbursed a cooking range because she
Yes.
said cooking is her way to distress.
Ganda, ang galing.
Yeah.
So, kumbaga, yung mga, benefits like that, it's very creative, but at the same time, yun nga, parang the objective naman is to, really help the employees. Na parang, maliit lang bagay lang yun pero hindi natin alam sa mga ibang empleyado, parang, parang yun yung hinahanap nila. Parang, the company cares, or third cares, or the execom cares, my boss. Parang akala ko, nagkwento lang ako sa boss ko na parang nasistress ako, tapos wala lang. Actually, hindi. Kinuusap pala niya si third about it. And then third, parang together with the management team, parang, sige, anong matutulong natin sa mga tao natin? Yun. And even like third, the company gave us free data. Right? So,
Pocket
parang,
Wi-Fi.
yeah, pocket Wi-Fi for everyone, even the messengers,
Only,
the
no?
couriers, everyone. So lahat tayo may mga pocket Wi-Fi. So sa akin nakakatulong yun kasi 'di ba syempre kapag mahina yung Wi-Fi mo tapos masi-stress ka dahil hinahanap ka ng boss mo or hindi ka makapag-present, so stress. So kumbaga parang 'di ba sabi nga nila yung parang mental wellness, parang try to reducing the stress levels.
Yung mga benefits na yon, even if they were not really mental strength connected,
Yes.
immediately or intentionally, the
Yes.
effects still.
I was gonna
help
say
out.
they all help out. Yeah. In total.
Parang the whole year. Can you imagine? Was there ever a time prior to this? I don't know. Na people's mental health was as challenged as this. Let's say back in yung 1990s or early 2010s, yung mga crisis nung panahon na yun, were those as challenging, or is this the one talaga that's most? Kasi the economy also tanked back then.
Parang worse ito.
Parang worse.
Parang worse ito.
1990s ba? Hindi kami makarelate ni Faye.
Lang ko yung yung papa ko. Relate
Actually, nakwento nga rin lang sa akin, Miss Lee. So,
Yung ngayon.
Kasi di ba na weather natin yung parang depressed lahat because of
Mga Asian
Doy.
Nakwento ba sa'yo? Nido
Diba?
ng Gomburza? Tropa mo yun, Ray?
ano din?
Gomburza. Naabutan mo ba yung pyramid?
Nakatakas ako doon.
Ganda.
Pero ito parang lahat tayo sabay-sabay pumasok sa no? Sa isang tunnel.
Walang pinili.
At season 2. Nasa
Season
season
2 na.
Right. Season 2 pa.
Sana hindi na mag-season 3, please.
Wag na, please.
Please.
I miss hugging people.
Oo, yun ang pinaka-miss ko din.
Ito meron akong last question. Bilang 45 minutes na tayo.
Ay, ganun ba?
May nabasa ako from the CEO of JP Chase Morgan. Tama ba? JP Chase Morgan. the CEO. And he's basically of the mindset na kailangan bumalik na tayo sa office kahit mga 2 days a week. Kahit mga 2 days a week bumalik na tayong lahat sa office because this is not good for us anymore. We're not very creative, we're not very spontaneous, we're not good with the way that we do things. You know, people want to hustle. We should be able to do that if we all go back to the office at least a few times a week. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Actually, Third felt like that about 3-4 months ago. He was thinking of, instituting little by little for people to get back to the office. Also, that was the time kasi when there was talk about vaccines coming in, there were lesser infections. So the ExCom actually designed something for people to come back slowly to the office. That we miss being together. We are all, people persons. We miss hugging. We miss bonding in the pantry first thing in the morning. And third misses the fact that he can see everyone. He can just go around the office and see everyone and make pakialam easily like that, no? Unlike now, you have to go through Zoom. So we had that plan. But when infections, happened more, there was a spike again. We had to let go of that plan and declare again the office as closed.
I mean, as much as we want to do that, kasi parang ako, the energy in the office, like the IXM energy, is very different. Like, it's very, very different. Parang I always hear good reviews from interns or from like, kunyari, when I have friends over, na parang sabihin ko, sunduin ako sa office or attend FGDs. After nun, sasabihin nila parang, sobrang saya sa office nyo, grabe yung energy. Parang, it's bursting with energy. Yung, wow! Kumbaga parang sinasabi na, kaya pala Kate, yung parang, ang feeling mo, minsan di ka matanda kasi yung very youthful yung energy sa office. So, as much as I personally, like, sobrang namimiss ko yun, at the end of the day, syempre, parang, we look after the safety of, our employees. And yung COVID kasi, the virus, hindi natin siya makita. Yung parang, hindi natin kung saan tayo iiwas yung gano'n, diba? So, yun lang. Kumbaga, if siguro the situation here in the Philippines would parang at least improve in terms of like vaccinations and whatever, baka yun, parang slowly we're gonna try to at least meet in the office. But but right now, parang what we're doing naman is, parang since it's a work from home setup, we still try to make it as, to replicate some activities that we do like in the flesh na virtual. So for example, parang breakfast, di ba? Like mahilig mag-breakfast or mahilig mag-inuman after office. So we try to replicate it. So I know that there are activities within the teams or kunyari, I have a group with the newbies na parang, sige, mag-game night tayo or mag-chikahan lang tayo. Kasi ginagawa ko kasi talaga yun sa office. So parang I personally, I try to replicate it, yung ganon. So, there.
Newbie ako hindi mo ako sinabi.
Ay! May age kasi.
Nabisto ka.
Limit.
Nalaman ko na.
Nag-vibrate kasi kayo ng gumbursa.
Salbahe itong mga ito, Brain, na.
Oo nga, hindi kami kasama dun sa Gumburza group. So, kami na lang nung Nina Faye, yung younger ones.
Hurt ako dun.
Oy, pero take note, ha?
Miss Lee?
Nagki-K-pop yan.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Relate siya sa inyo.
True.
With that, labo
Tingnan mo, namin na lang paano mag-i-exit
I mean, kunyari kayo, dahil bago kayo, di ba? So, parang, ano naman yung so far experience nyo or parang, ano yung mga natutunan nyo so far or parang how you felt na parang talaga bang na-experience nyo ang care ng company sa pagdating sa mental awareness or mental strength? Ganon.
Yeah, even in a work from home setup?
Mm-mm.
Do you feel the care of the company?
Ako muna sasagot para ikaw,
Ikaw muna.
Yeah.
Sige.
para ikaw ending, sir.
Para pwede mong i-edit. Sorry.
Hindi. Sama ko kasi boss ko pa naman yan. Ako, well, two things. One, what really helped me cope with the mental health thing, especially this year, is the work itself. Even though I'm still in an agency setup, kahit nasabihin nilang advertising pa rin yan, stressful yan eh. It's not that stressful for me personally because I like now what I'm doing. Sorry. Yeah. In a sense na promote yung Hero Ways. In a sense na nag-recruit po kami. In a sense na what we do now is what I really want to do. So parang that helps na even if I'm stressed, the bigger picture of why I'm doing this is I'm aligned, kumbaga. So that's one. And added to that, same, it also, who you work with matters also. So since kaming dalawa lang ni Sir Ray. Hindi, I'm telling the truth. Last year kasi, nung ka-work ko si Sir Ray, okay naman. Pero the stress happened nung hindi na kami magka-work ni Sir. So, at least kasi ngayon, we know how to work with each other. So, the stress also is lessened. So, the second thing, with regard to IXM, as a newbie, the stress is coming not from the workload, but from not knowing how to talk to people. Parang nandun nanggagaling yung anxiety ko na, kasi ang hirap na nakikita mo lang sila sa Zoom. Or actually, ang nangyayari pa nga, naka-off yung camera nila. So parang ako, ngiti-ngiti ako dito, pero hindi ko alam kung okay ba sila sa akin. Ganon.
Pansin nyo kaming dalawa, palaging camera on.
Like kaming camera on ni Sir Ray kasi. So, yun lang. But, with regard to them, IXM taking care of us, HR, SSD, si Third, even some of the groups that we already worked with Mr. Brain, yes, I really, iba yung energy, very bata. I remember my agency before, that kind of energy na talagang very young, parang hindi too serious, kaibigan lang din yung turing nyo sa isa't isa. So I appreciate that. And I wish I could experience it more na pag na talaga, yung nakikita ko na yung mukha nila. Ganun. Yun. So, yes, I feel the care of the company very much in that aspect. Wow. Sir.
Para kung binayaran na. I just wanna add a little bit.
Then pa sa Paymaya mamaya, Pay.
I just want to add a little bit about yung atmosphere. No? Yung atmosphere actually, naramdaman namin a little bit nung that one day prior to the lockdown happening all over again when we went to the office. No? Nag-meet tayo, tapos there were some other guys. Maybe there were like, I don't know, 15 people all in all. Iba yung energy. Masaya, buhay na buhay. I guess also because it was complete teams more or less who were there, no? The others hindi naman sila pumunta, hindi sila magka-team. Pero kasi kompleto yung mga team na nandoon, talagang nagtatrabaho, masaya. Nag-lunch pa nga tayo lahat together, no? Nag-order out.
Yes.
So, yun. So, atmosphere, very good. And in terms of benefits, I really must say something about the culture of the company being a little bit different from other companies talaga. Like, many of these policies came up parang organically. They're not coming from HR. They're coming from people, from the staff. Yung mga benefits na umaakyat, they bubble up, they come up as proposals, they get presented to XCOM. XCOM decides very quickly, within a day or two, it's done. No? So I'm not gonna reveal what those benefits are. Some of them, pag-usapan na natin. But I think in the 3 months that I've been here, there have been 3 separate new benefits which all have had cash implications.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine that happening in the agency where I used to be. No? Parang it's very complicated to make those things happen, but somehow IXM makes it possible, finds a way. And syempre, end of the day, I'm sure that it redounds to good output, no? Good output, good work, diba? Good feelings about your job, and therefore a good attitude towards the way that you do it, and a good attitude towards the company. So I think those are the things that I really saw, and I'm experiencing now. So
Well-
thank you for my Miss Universe answer.
That's probably why, for the past 3 years, we've won Best in Company Culture, Southeast
Yeah.
Asia.
Yeah. It's
We're very proud of that award.
parang going in parang parang press release, 'di ba? Oh my God, totoo siya. Totoo siya. They really give you money to go out on a date with your parents or to bring your wife out. Parang what? Really? Are you nuts? Gusto mo mag-date, may sarili kang pera, gamitin mo yun, may sweldo ka naman, di ba? Parang, what? So, yun, no? So, example lang yun of how crazy it is, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense. So, yun, having said that, crazy.
That's interesting.
Mental health.
Yeah, that's interesting. The crazy benefits for the mental health.
The crazy benefits end up being good for mental health all around. So yun, and that's a great way to end this podcast.
Yeah.
We found it. We found it.
That's gonna be the title of the podcast na.
Crazy benefits for mental health.
Hey, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, salamat!
Salamat. Enjoy.
Bulletproof.
Bye!